My bad, yo. I'm doing this video uh in the dark. I got my TV light on, so you probably can see me a little bit. I'm getting sick and tired of everybody that go on these podcasts that's battling with Democrats, Republicans battling with Democrats, and all they do is bring up Iran. Now, this video might be taken down because I got some shit to say. I'm sick and tired of it because that's all people talk about. Why do people think that Iran is the most dangerous country in the world? The most dangerous country in the world is Russia and also Korea. Why is it that they don't have no nuclear missiles and they're just trying to build one nuclear missile, but we're afraid for them to build a nuclear missile, but we have all these other motherfuckers around the world. Even Saudis got nuclear missiles. Korea, Japan, China, Africa, fucking England. I mean, even South America, even Puerto Rico, Jamaica, they all got nuclear weapons. So why is it that we're so obsessed with Iran? It's like we were obsessed with Russia at one point, but we had to leave Russia alone because Trump don't want to fuck with Russia anymore because he know that he can't fuck with Putin. So he wants to be on Putin's good side, even though Putin can't stand him. He wants to mess with Iran. And it's not even about missiles. It's not. It's about their religion. Now, I'm not saying that they follow the religion of the actual Quran and the actual following of Muhammad, because they do a lot of violence in certain, aspect of their religion. But this is in all religions. It's not just their religion that fucking does the things that they're doing. Christianity was the same type of religion. Very dangerous. If you were not a Christian, you will be actually freaking taken out in the streets and actually humiliated in front of everybody. You will have public executions, public burnings, public chopping off your head. This is what Christianity has brought throughout the 13th and the 14th century. But no, everybody forgot about that because they don't want to follow the past. They want to talk about, oh, well, let's talk about the Muslims. They have a bad religion. What, Christianity never had a bad religion? Tell me when Christianity never had a bad religion. Tell me. When was the Bible ever good? Tell me. Half of y'all motherfuckers that read the Bible don't even remember half of the shit that's in the Bible. But if I tell somebody something about the Bible, like, let's see, I remember had in the Bible that two daughters got their father drunk and had sex with him. Or, let me tell you about another part. When God sends a bear to kill these people that made fun of a bald man. Like, come on, man. And they believed that slavery was just. Slavery was just. And even they had women, men, and children as slaves. And even if one slave left, the other slave would stay. If it was a child that left, the mother stayed. If the father left, the mother stayed. Or the father stayed, the mother will leave. And they had to be in slavery at a certain amount of years before they were left free. How's that great? You got a whole story about Moses. Like, the whole damn book should be about Moses because he got the longest story in the fucking Bible. Jesus got the shortest version of the Bible. Genesis is really short. Noah is basically long too. But honestly, you can actually make that short because Moses' verse is the longest. I always thought Moses was God at first. But y'all don't like Arabs because of their religion. Y'all are fucking dumb. Over religion. Over a religion. Oh, they are violent. What religion was never violent? A religion had to start from somewhere and become violent to get followers. You don't think the Arab religion did the same thing as the Christian religion did back in the day? When in the 1400s and the 1300s, around the 1200s, they were actually doing the same thing as the Christians were doing. Like the Christian popes were actually going out there killing their own people if they didn't follow the word of God. Like, come on, man. Are y'all serious? Y'all motherfuckers be cracking me the fuck up with this Bible shit. And y'all know what the Bible was really about. But y'all pray to y'all fucking conquerors. Y'all pray to the ones that had y'all in slave chains. Y'all don't care. But y'all hate the Arabs. You think the Arabs are these bad people. Every Arab is not the same person. And honestly, if you ever read the Quran, because a lot of people don't read at all, they just hear what they want to hear and say, oh, they're bad people. But when we read the Bible, it's the same as the Quran. It has been bad things in the Bible also. They talk about, well, Muhammad was doing these things with little kids. Well, what about fucking Mary? Mary was fucking 14 years old when she got pregnant by God. And Joseph was like 30 fucking something fucking years old. It was no fucking doing some type of molesting shit. Are y'all serious? Cain and Abel. Cain and Abel was fighting over their damn sister that was fucking 13 years old. That's why they killed his brother because of his sister. Over a sister. Noah wouldn't even allow any motherfucking body to have a baby on the boat. Because God supposedly had all these fucking animals on the boat. I don't know how he fed them motherfuckers. They should have all died. All of them should have died, including Noah, unless God was feeding them or something. It's all stories, dog. Stories. Even the Quran is a storybook. Religion is built on cults. It's built on finding people that will follow, make them believe in something, and then they will actually start arguing with other people that believe in another religion. So if I believed in being a Jehovah's Witness, you will hate me because I'm a Jehovah's Witness. But you will try to put God like in everything. God spoke to me. God sent me a sign. I'm trying to figure out what language God spoke to you in. How did he learn English that fast? Because once upon a time, he was speaking Aramaic, and he was speaking Latin. So how the hell did he end up talking American or English, whatever? Because English was created by the England. And when they're in England, that's where the fucking language started, was in England. So how does God say, you know what, I'm going to go down here and go to class to learn how to speak English? Like, come on, man. And I still believe the Jews killed God. I mean, killed Jesus. To this very day, I know I don't believe in God at all. I don't. No, I'm not an atheist. I just don't believe in him. Because you know why? Because people will say stupid shit about religion and don't know what the hell they're talking about. And then when somebody else questions them about it, they want to walk away. Because I've seen a lot of people get questioned about the Bible, they'll get up and get mad and walk away. Because they don't like when somebody questions them about the Bible or question them about God. Like God is going to hit me with a brick or something. I've been on this earth for 50 fucking years. I did so much dirt in my life. He should have took me by now. Like, come on. People say, well, you know, you got to have faith. No, I don't have to have faith in nothing. Because faith is only something that you believe in yourself. You already believe that he exists. Only because you went to church with your grandmother, your grandfather, your great-great-grandmother, and they had a preacher up there that read the same motherfucking book for 15 fucking years and read the same scripture for the last 20 fucking years and told you the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. And like Hitler said, when you start believing a lie, you start believing the lie is true. That's what they did. They kept saying the same thing over and over and over to y'all, and y'all start believing it, saying hallelujah and all this other crap, because they put it in your mind and they lock that shit in there. Y'all go to church every Sunday to sit in a fucking hot-ass fucking church and say the same thing y'all say every Sunday. Every Sunday. And you got these big-ass fucking statues on these walls, and you're sitting up there praising to these statues of Mary, Mary Magdalene, Jesus. The only thing they can't create is God. It don't make any sense to me, dog. How can you hate a country that you never fucking been to? I know none of y'all been to Iran. Probably the people that probably fought in wars, yes. Probably that were in the military, been to Iran. But normal people have not been there. So how can you believe Donald Trump telling you that Iran's bad and you never been there? You never met the people. Only thing you see what they put on TV. You know they always make other countries look bad to make America look good. They did that in Africa also. They used to make Africa look so nasty and poor, but Africa doesn't even look like that. They even talk about the United States hood. They make the hood look bad and they make the fucking suburbs look great. Because they always want the hood to look the worst and make the motherfucking suburbs look better. Because that's what they do. That's what the news does. But y'all believe in these motherfuckers that sit there and tell you about this God thing over and over and over again. And even the younger generations are saying, God this, God that. They don't know nothing about him. It's different. It was old school grandma and grandpa telling these kids today about God. That's different. It's the new generation. And the new generation don't even know about God because they don't read the Bible. They read like 5 pages and think they know everything about God. Or they know everything about Jesus. Knowing that he was killed by the Jews. Even though the Romans put him on a cross, but who put him on a cross? The people that were over here trying to say, oh, we must defend them because they're our allies. But they're the ones that put Jesus on the cross. Y'all forgot all about that. Y'all forgot about the people that y'all offending called the Jews. Y'all motherfuckers gotta understand, they're the ones that put Jesus on the cross because they're the ones that actually persecuted him when he was walking down that fucking alley with that fucking cross on his shoulders. And he took, because they took him to Pontius Pilate. And they told Pontius Pilate, look, you need to kill this motherfucker. That's what the motherfucking the priest said, the rabbi said. If you ever watched the movie Passion of Christ, you know that the Jews were the ones that actually went after Jesus. Because they hated that he was saying that he was the Son of God. They hated it. They hated it so much that they put him on a cross. I don't even think Jesus died for our sins. I believe that he wanted to die so bad because he hated being a human. Because what they did to him before he got put on a cross, where they whipped him, they beat him, they hit him in the face with a stick. They fucking wouldn't even help him carry the cross. They spit on it, they threw feces at him, they threw rocks at him. His own people that actually praised him before they started not liking him, when the rabbis caught him and brought him to the temple, then they started persecuting him. And they had a whole bunch of people that the rabbis paid to actually say that Jesus was a mean person, that he was actually possessing people. And Jesus was like, yo, what the fuck? Why y'all doing this to me? Y'all were bowing to me. Now y'all don't like me. And that's what humans do. If Jesus came down right now, none of y'all motherfuckers will believe that he exists. None of y'all would believe that he says his name is Jesus, Son of God. Y'all will laugh at him, and y'all will probably persecute him too. If he came down right now and told everybody, listen, I'm the Son of God, I came back. No, you're not. You're not the Son of God. No. You will do the same thing. You'll call the cops on him, or you call some crazy motherfucking hospital so they can take him to the hospital and put him in a mental ward because you would not believe that he's Jesus. Even if God came, well, you don't know what he looked like because he doesn't show his face of sin. But even though you would see him, you wouldn't believe that was God was coming down. You wouldn't even believe Mary Magdalene was here. Because you know why? We don't know what the fuck they look like. It's not but paintings. There's no pictures of him. There's no pictures of him like, smiling next to his mom. They don't have no videos. They don't have nothing of him except paintings. And even paintings are lies. You have to create something to make order the people to believe it. That's how you have religion. You have to paint a picture of God so people can believe that he is this or he's that. People say, well, he's a man. How do you know he's a fucking man? He might be an hermaphrodite. He might have a vagina and a penis. Because he said he is the man and woman is the image of God, right? Oh, people say, well, Adam came. Only reason why women are the image of man because Eve came out of Adam's rib. No, you fucking stupid ass, because you got to understand. You forgot about his wife named Lilith. Lilith and Adam was created at the same time out of the dust. But Adam was so stupid because that's what he was. I still don't know what language they were speaking because they probably wasn't speaking no language. But at the time, who in the world told Adam that he could actually tell Lilith what the fuck to do? Lilith's like, look, you ain't telling me what the fuck to do. She left. That's why they call her incubus, because she didn't want to listen to Adam, so they made her into an incubus. They made her into the devil's wife. How can you do that to a woman? If God really actually loved women more than he loved man, which that's the reason I believe the angels, Lucifer went and bowed down to God's creation because he created the woman first. And he didn't like the fact that it was a woman that he created. And he got to fight with God about that. So God said, you know what? Since you want to be fighting with me, I'm going to send you down there. I think it was a woman first. Because come on, man. If you look at the Baphomet. The Baphomet is a female and a male. And you know what the Baphomet is supposed to be? It's supposed to be God. It's supposed to be God. But you know how it is today when people keep on saying that they know everything about religion. You don't know everything about religion because it's like hundreds of religions out there that don't follow the same path as Christianity, which people want people to follow. If I don't believe in God, people don't like me. They'll call me names. They'll say I'm going to go to hell. And all these other things. I'm like, how am I going to go through all these things because I don't believe? Now, if he exists, okay, he's not going to get mad at me because I don't believe. Because I've never seen him before. And he doesn't show his face as sin. So why would he be mad at me? I'm not going to force myself to believe in something I've never seen before. And even if I do see him, he won't show his face. So I don't know what the fuck he look like. Yeah, we probably seen his son. But we didn't see him. Like I said, he doesn't show his face to nobody. But I believe Moses was God. Because he had a long ass beard. He looked just like the version of God. He was tall. He had that staff. And he walked around with a fucking whole bunch of clothes on him. And they had a long story about him. And he had the powers of God. So I believe that he was God. In my sense, when I first started reading the Bible, I thought Moses was God. Because it doesn't make any sense that you have this one man that's the longest story in the Bible that actually destroyed the Egyptians by lying and saying that Egyptians had Jews as slaves, which is the biggest lie in the Bible. They know they didn't have any slaves. Where are you going to put 1 million slaves in Egypt when Egypt had their own? It's just like a regular country. You had the president, you had your vice president, which was his wife, the queen and the king. Then you had government and all that kind of stuff. Then you had the rich and the poor. Where are you putting the Jews? They're not going to live amongst the Egyptians. Where are you putting these millions of fucking Jews at? And where's these dead bodies at? Where's the bodies of these Jews? They had to put them in mass graves. Where are they buried? And where is it on the wall? Because you know the Egyptian kings love to write everything on the wall. They like to have paintings of who they conquered and who they had as slaves. They never had one motherfucking painting, not even Ramsey, the most powerful king probably that ever fucking lived, because he built the biggest empire in history, never had anything about the Jews. And knowing that he had all the Jews that built his powerful pyramids, he would have talked about them. Because that's what kings do. They always talk about their power. They always talk about their influence. They always talk about who they had and who they conquered. That's what I don't understand. They never had like one motherfucking story about the motherfucking Jews on the walls of Egypt. No paintings, nothing in hieroglyphics, nothing. But you got these people talking about Ramsey had fucking slaves. Out of your mind. And they made up a story because they knew that motherfucking Romans had Jews as slaves. The Romans wanted to change their whole look of not looking like bad motherfucking people that were doing a lot of bad things back then and even was actually persecuting the Jews. So they say, let's make up a story about the Egyptians having Jews. So how the hell 1 million Jews get over there to Egypt without being caught by any other kingdom? You had to get past other kingdoms to get to Egypt. So why is no other fucking kingdom out there trying to get rid of these Jew people that are walking around their kingdom? I ain't seen not one story about that. And every time I try to look up something about Jews being in Egypt, you don't see not a story, or you'll try to see that people made up stories about it, but it's no stories because they never found bodies of Jew people. Remember, they had to build their pyramids, so they had to get rid of them. Because, you know, the workers wasn't working fast enough. You know what I mean? They were complaining. You know, most of them were probably thrown in jail, prisons. Most of them probably just buried alive. You know what I mean? Crushed by fucking rocks that are like 20,000 tons. You know, they were crushed by fucking, like by animals, like elephants and shit. Even though elephants didn't live out in that area. But I'm just saying, sorry about that part, but I'm just saying, it hurts to hear this Iran thing, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick and tired of hearing about Iranians. It's like, if they're doing what they're doing, why America care? They're saying death to America. What other country never said that to America? Tell me, what country around the world has never said that to America? And why are we so worried about Iran now, which we were worried about Russia before, and we were worried about Germany? How the hell did we get involved with worrying about Iran? Because Trump said something. Because you got the Republicans lying about them so you could hate them. Because like I said, he did that fucking time he was the first president of the United States a couple of years ago. He tried to keep Muslims out of the country. Besides using immigrants, he wants to mess with the Iranians because the Jewish doesn't like them. So they asked Trump to go over there and fight the Iranians. So Trump went over there and started the war with Iran for no reason. That's why oil prices are high. That's why food prices are high. That's why oil is high. It's all because of that dumb mother effer, dog. Because he said, okay, he was going to give $300 billion to Iran. But people bitched about, oh, well, Obama was going to give them money. He was going to give them $19 billion. And that was their money that the United States owed them. Iran, the United States borrowed money from a lot of countries and never paid them the fuck back. So Obama paid the country back the money that they owed. Even the motherfucking United States owns Puerto Rico money. They own England money. They own China money. They owe a lot of countries money because the United States borrow money from every fucking body and don't ever want to pay it back because they think they don't have to. But Obama paid Iran back the money. But see, Donald Trump was an idiot to try to give them $300 billion of the money that is our money. He likes to give away our money. He likes to give it away. Like he got more money sitting in the treasury, which every time we build up the money, he wants to spend it on every stupid thing like that White House fucking ballroom and other stuff like that that Trump does. But this war is his fault. If he didn't listen to the Jews, he would have just like, okay, bet, cool. I'm not going to start the war. I'm going to just make peace with them. And if they make a bomb, let them make a fucking bomb. Who gives a fuck about them making a bomb? All these other countries made nuclear bombs. Why are you worried about them, a small country that's making one bomb, which is probably going to take them a longer time to make more bombs because every other country probably got thousands of bombs sitting in their country. They only trying to make one. They're going to make one motherfucking bomb. And everybody says, oh, they can't give them a bomb. Are you fucking serious? We got 1,000 bombs sitting over here. Russia got 1,000 bombs. Korea probably got 1,000,000. Then you got China, one of the largest motherfucking militaries in the world. They probably got the most nuclear bombs. You are afraid of a small country because they want to make a nuclear bomb to protect their fucking country. I don't understand America. And why do we listen to these dumb motherfucking politicians that don't know what they fucking talking about because they want you to vote for them? And they think that they want you to be on their side. Now, how can Republicans be that dumb? Y'all rich, but y'all dumb. Y'all remind me back in the day when the South was fighting the North during the time that they were fighting for freedom of blacks. The Republicans were smarter than the fucking Democrats. And now you got the Republicans dumber than the Democrats because they want to keep this war going. People say they should go up there and just get rid of Iran. What the fuck are you talking about? We got a country named Russia that don't like America. We got China that don't like America. We got Korea because of the sanctions that Donald Trump won't lift. He's making food prices go up. Everything go up. We worry about Iran. Then we get oil prices up to $5 fucking dollars, and Republicans don't care. They say we're happy that the border's closed. We're happy that he is keeping Iran from making a bomb. Are you fucking stupid? You just should be worried about your own fucking country, dog. Your own country. Why are you worried about some other country on the other side of the planet? Why are we're supposed to be America? We're not supposed to be afraid of nobody. Our bombs against their bombs. Who's going to win? We are. We're going to win. Because we got more bombs. They can launch that one. We can launch like at least 1,000. Or launch 2 and their country's gone. But we're not going to see us as Americans. We should be thinking about that way about a country because they do have citizens over there, and Americans live in Iran too. You gotta remember that. Just like we're doing in Mexico. We don't like Mexico, but we're up there going down there, living down in Mexico, taking their motherfucking property, and we're not fucking coming back when our visa run out. But we don't want the Mexicans here. But Americans go to Mexico and they sit up there chilling on the beach. And when their fucking visa's up, they don't leave. That's why the cartel is down there trying to get rid of the Americans that are down there kicking their feet back and thinking they can stay in Mexico, which they can't. But we think we can do anything we want. We can't do anything we want. We can't. There's laws. It's the Constitution. You have to follow the rules. If Donald Trump don't want to follow the rules, he don't need to be the president of the United States anymore. He needs to go. And I can't wait till he go. You can hate this video. You can probably get it taken down. I don't care. I had to let loose on that because I got sick and tired of seeing them talk about the border. And get sick and tired of talking about Iran. Because the border, number one, I don't know why we keep talking about the border. If the border is closed, why do you keep fucking talking about it? And the border's not closed because you can't close off the border. We talk about the Iran war a billion times. No, they're saying Trump is trying to make peace, which he's not making peace because they're still fighting in Iran. America's still fighting Iran. Because the Jews won't allow Trump to stop fighting. So he's making money off that war while we are the ones that are broke. I don't get it. How can America be so proud of Donald Trump of what he's doing, but we are the ones that's taking the brunt of the hit of what Donald Trump is doing? We don't have no jobs. The economy's trash. Everything's going up. We don't have nothing to survive on, man. We got no food. Water might be something that might disappear. Probably by the year 2030, everybody might be dead because we don't have no insurance. We don't even have a proper insurance. We don't have really anything because this man is worried about him. He ain't worried about America. He said America first. No, he's not worried about America. He's worried about filling himself and his rich partners and the people that are overseas that are rich, make them money while we sit up here and starve to death. And he don't want us to be up here protesting. And he don't want us up here talking down about him and being mean to him because he thinks he's doing a good job of doing all these things. And he's not doing nothing of a good job. He's not doing nothing that's helping us as Americans. We're the ones who should be actually complaining more. But we're not complaining because all we're doing is fighting with each other, Democrats and Republicans and independents. We're fighting with each other while this man's up there probably laughing at us. Like, look at these motherfuckers up there fighting. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, fight over me. Fight over Donald H. Trump. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, they love me. Man, come on, man. America needs to change, dog. We need to stop worrying about these other fucking countries and start worrying about our own country, man. Our country is the one that's actually falling the fuck apart. All them other countries are doing fine. We're not doing shit. They're not complaining. Canada's not complaining. Russia's not complaining. China's not complaining. Korea's not complaining about nothing. We're the only ones that actually look like a country that looks like Africa a long time ago, being a country that looked like it's being war torn. And we're getting to that point that we might actually be war torn one day because we might actually go to war as a civil war against the motherfucking citizens versus the military. We might be doing that one day because our politicians are not listening to us. They think they should be ruling over us, and we don't have no rule over them, the president really, honestly, doesn't really have any power over the citizen. The citizen has power over the president. We have power. Back in the day, that's why it says we the people, because the people is first. The politicians are just the ones that are supposed to help us. But we are supposed to be the one to be the most powerful in this country. It's the citizen, not the motherfucking politicians, not that fucking dumbass Trump. We supposed to have the power in this country. We supposed to be the one. The Constitution was written for the citizen. It wasn't written for the politicians. But y'all motherfuckers really believe Donald Trump is going to save us. Give him time. No. Get him out of office. Do the 25th Amendment. Because it's really getting on my nerves, man. Stop this war in Iran. Let's get ourselves back to having businesses in this country. Get these prices down on the food and clothes and housing and gas, oil, electricity. We need to get money to help us pay for all this shit that we're going through in America, man. And it's not fair, man. It's a shame that we look like one of them. That's what everybody around the world is laughing at us. We're supposed to be the strongest, powerful country in the world with the best army, I mean, the best military ever. You know what I mean? The strongest economy and the greatest currency of all currency. But we're sitting up here looking like, damn, man, what the fuck happened to us as a country? I'm done. I'm out. I don't care if nobody listens to this video.